gon' let you. Think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you.
Okay, Coach, well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go!
Ready! 18 Gator. 6'6", pull it high.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
On 2nd and 7, Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
Ready, break.
Fournette, a first down carry. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Protein spill. Let's go. Shoot.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he's got another first down as 39. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun is Minshew. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
Switch. Check the backer.
Go.
Motion.
Hey, rock it now.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 22, here's second and 8.
3 down. Check.
Here's second and 8. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Smooth.
Back to throw. And able to find Green. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Let's get off the field, D.
Ready.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Open man is Uzama. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Check.
You draw quarters.
Mike, check. 59. All right, D, let's turn. All right, D. Mike's 59.
Looking to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Okay, ready?
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Oh, what a move. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's
Pilot, 64, weak.
59, Mike. Check, 59. Check pass.
Let's go.
2nd and 5. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. We know that the rookie's going to go to a top target like that often. That time, though, maybe a little telegraphed.
And that's not unusual because you do tend to lock in on one of your better players, and when under duress, when in doubt, you're going to throw the ball in his direction because oftentimes you could be wrong, but that receiver will make you right. But it won't happen every time. Good defenders know this, and they get attracted to the football.
On the set.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Get it.
The throw taken in by Cole. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports.
30 base. Go.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Evans able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really different.
And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Christian, travel.
I'm here all day.
Now.
Shit.
Hey, orbit.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 78 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Set up. 60 outlaw.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Ready?
On 2nd and 15 now. Minshew to Thompson on the screen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Hey, high 7.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Minshew sets to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. It'll be Minshew again. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now here's Ross. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. That's sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week, as he's got a first down as well. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Come, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo! My 50.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now the throw hauled in by Green. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Echo.
They'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Look at me. Zipper.
Jim. Kill.
Hey, Charlie.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Here it comes.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Hey, Wahoo!
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
You're out.
Check. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Fight.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Watch safety green. Watch safety green.
Hustle.
Looking to throw on second down. Minshew throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cole. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now Minshew. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for DJ Chark. Incomplete. He was covered by Trey Williams.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, little 360. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And that's complete. It's Green here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Let's go, Heavy.
Look, squeeze.
What you got, Heavy?
Get it.
He'll drop to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Green brings it in. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 36 yards on the play. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover it.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Watch out. Watch out.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Ready to break.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Go.
Line 36. Line smooth. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch 36.
Ready?
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And Eifert has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Ready?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end drop.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Miles Jack with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
On second down, here's Mixon. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And now it's fourth down. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that
rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Evans in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Wide, get wide.
Now Leonard Fournette. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw it. Minshew firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe, because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Drop deep. Mike 51.
Look at me, zipper.
Watch the slip.
80 weapons. Hey, high 7.
51 to Mike, boys.
Ready.
On fourth down, Minshew. And he's got room. But he'll take this back down inside the 20. Keelan Cole, the intended target. That's one of those interceptions watching from up here that quarterback wide receiver just looked a little out of sync.
They did look a little out of sync, and yeah, they're going to examine that when they get to the sidelines, and they'll talk about it throughout next week when they watch the...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that makes the score 21-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
Hey, Alpha!
They'll look to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
44's the mic, 44's the mic. Check. Bandit.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 4 yards out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go jet sweep here with Chark. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Here's Minshew. And finding Keelan Cole. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Let's go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go jet sweep here with Chark. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Pittsburgh.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Hey, Zoo. Get it.
From the 38, Minshew. He's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sean Williams. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. You just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Jags grab it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on third.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Fournette on the counter. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the left hash, this from 39. The kick by Lambo is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And the Texans have scored. That one's been interesting as they retake the lead. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
That's good for our Bengals. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
59, Mike. Check, 59. Stop your whining. Come on, fellas.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Bengals, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the